Hey everybody, this is Sportimus here, back with another Transformers review. And this time around I thought I'd do something different and do a review of Energon Demolisher. As you can see, this is not the futuristic tank of death Demolisher. This is the dump truck version Demolisher with his giant Decepticon logo, so you will make no mistake as to who his loyalty belongs to. Now, I haven't seen too much of Energon cartoon, but from what I have seen that I can tolerate is this guy, Demolisher, is fiercely loyal to Megatron. And I could be wrong about that, but this is my impression of what I've seen of him. And he's not exactly the brightest bulb of the lot. He's pretty dumb. But he's quite powerful, fiercely loyal, and he can do quite a bit of damage. And I kind of like the way they did, like, he's got some wear on him in certain areas, like here and back here where his feet are. It looks like it's been worn down from heavy use. So he's a big fella. He's a big brute. He's just a big, dumb muscle machine, basically. And I rather like the this version of Demolisher. He comes with 4 missiles, which are clear green, as you can tell, and not too many. I don't have too many figures, whether it be Energon or Cybertron or a movie, with the exception of movie Starscream and Ironhide, who have 4 or more missiles that fire. So that's pretty impressive. So he is true to his name. He is a Demolisher. And there's not much to him. He's basically a big dump truck with big wheels. Basically that's what he is. But if you see him on the road, he would be quite massive and quite intimidating, which is the whole point of this figure. There are mini-con ports here and here, as well as the other side, which I have no use for since I don't have any mini-cons, nor do I have any desire to. And these here are the triggers for his 4 missiles. And these are duds, but technically he has 8 missiles that fire, so that's pretty impressive. But you can't have 8 since there's no place to put them, given the way the thing goes down here. There's no room for a missile there. The way the dump part is shaped, whatever you call this thing. The bed, the load bed or whatever. So anyway, you have 4, that's plenty anyway. If you have more, you're just going to lose them. More chance of losing them. To transform him, this does swivel 360 degrees, if you're curious. It does rotate up and down. And as part of the transformation, you pull this back. There's the black thing right here that the legs peg into. You basically separate. See the peg right there? Separate that from the leg. You're going to move this down. Do the same on this side. And you're going to pull his pelvic area out. You're going to pull it away because it's got a double hinge there. And you're going to swing it around to where this little peg goes into that little hole. Like that. That didn't sound too good, did it? But it actually did click in. So anyway, you have his feet, legs, and his upper body. And it's given away the transformation sooner than I like. His arms are basically right here, where the cab window is, and the driver's seat, and this extra area. His arms will unfurl. Let's just straighten them out. Pull it out. Straighten it out, and then you just go straight down. Spin this around, and there you have his arm. Do the same with the other side. You pull it out and down. Bring it around, and there's his other arm. Now this is the time of Automorph before it was called Automorph, where you see his head is back there, which is pretty well hidden, I guess. He doesn't have visible head syndrome, like some other figures do. But you're going to take this whole back black thing here, and you're going to pull it upward. And as you do that, that's his Automorph right there. So you're just going to rotate it around. It's like a big block. And when you pull this down, back, his head will pop up. And then you're just going to lock this back. And there he is. As you can see, he's got a very primitive looking head. He has like a shark fin on the top, kind of like Sharkticon has. He's got red eyes that are not translucent, so they're not backlit from any light piping. But they do stand out rather well. And looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of brown, but it works for this figure. And I'm going to put the missiles in, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, now we have him with his missile battery completely loaded and ready to go. Now the instructions say that you have to pull this up, and his head sort of dips down and faces forward and such like that. That looks stupid, and it doesn't really help the character too much. So what I like to do is, these are missiles after all that are hopefully guided missiles, so he doesn't have to like literally aim it at his opponent in order to shoot him. So he balances pretty well with his missile battery up like that. But if you want to fire them off, they do fire quite well. I will shoot them for you. Not too many people do, but I will. There you go. Very, very nice. His posability is rather good. His arms, get over there. His head turns all the way around. He can look up, he can look down, he can look straight at you. His arms move in and out, rotate, and bend at the elbow. You can bend so far where he'll actually bend inward, which not too many do these days, but that's part of his transformation, so it works rather well for his posability too. See, that way. Doesn't it twists that way, so you can definitely get some interesting stuff out of it. His arms are on the wimpy side, considering how massive he's supposed to be, and he has these little arms. So I'm guessing he's not much of a hand-to-hand fighter. He's more of a heavy arms, heavy artillery, and a big brute. So that's his main thing. His legs move out pretty good. They bend forward. There's a little bit of foot movement there because of his transformation. Bend at the knee. And he is rather stable. He can pose him pretty good. So he look like he's charging at you. So all in all, he's not that bad. He certainly isn't the greatest figure, but he's not that bad. He can't bend back too far, but if you move his trailer out a little bit, his disconnect his thing a little bit like that, then he has more travel in the back there. But otherwise, he's pretty nice. So if you can pick him up, pick him up. He's not that expensive. He's pretty cheap off eBay. And he's not just a collection filler for Energon, but he is a rather decent figure. So vehicle-wise, I give him a 7. He is rather functional. He has a firing missile battery in his vehicle form, and he's a big brute. So he's worthy of a 7. Not very detailed in the cab area, but okay nonetheless. Transformation, super easy. I give that a 5.5. I want to give him a 6, but I'll give him a 5.5. There really isn't much to it. What saves it is his little morph ability here in his center chest and head. And robot mode, I give him a 7.5. Really decent, not bad. Well worth getting if you like dump trucks and big brutes. So that's about it. This is Sportimus with Demolisher here from Energon saying have a great day, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.